Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pod and Long. Hello, friends. I'm Ryan Murray. It's great to have you with us. I'm here with my co-host. Welcome, Megastar Mark, to the show.
Yes, it's great to be here. Great to be here. A little
little
late
late
than usual, but look who's back with us. Arturo Vasquez
Yes,
is back.
also here, our other co-host, Kilogreg17,
Me gusta
aka
flan. It's the only thing I know how to say in
We're
Spanish.
supposed to start this in a
Perfect.
serious way, not
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
gusta flan.
How
no me
is the,
gusta flan.
Your
how's the
computer.
computer? We know about this from the last
It's
episode.
mostly
How's
alive
it
and kicking. It turns out whoever built my computer forgot to take the plastic off the heatsink, which melted my hard drive.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Cliff Kingsbury mistake.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Then Cliff built your computer?
Whoa. We're supposed to go forward with the ball?
Gotta take this stuff off?
Let me call Nathaniel Hackett. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, well, go. Get
See,
a
here's
council.
what you do, guys. This is
a
some
council of
coaching.
idiots.
The trick is to hire another coach to do the job for you.
Yeah, perfect. Right.
Look, guys, great news. I hired my replacement. He's right here. He came to help me
There
first.
he is.
Nathaniel Hackett.
I just picture that guy like low key giving him really terrible ideas.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Nathaniel, you can't say that. What? What? I can't believe you would.
You hear this guy?
Look at this. What? He's gonna call timeout. It's the middle of the first quarter.
What? He keeps telling Russell Wilson not to run.
Yeah.
Screen pass, Screen pass. This guy.
Look at this idiot. We're gonna have fun on this show.
Yes.
We've delayed it a couple days because of what happened on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Which was a very scary scene.
Holy shit, was it ever?
What a scary scene. Damar Hamlin collapsed during the game, had to receive CPR for several minutes, was taken out in an ambulance. We weren't sure what was happening.
Which is why we didn't do the show, because it would have been in bad taste, I think, to record
I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like fun. It would be fun to talk football either. I don't think any of us felt that way, but we received good news today that he is responsive. He's awake.
Amazing.
His hands and his feet. He's writing notes. So I think we're on a road to recovery here.
I mean,
fingers crossed, but
it blows my mind that he is awake. He is conscious. And, the thing that they talked about today was no neurological damage. That can be seen. Because, the scary thing is being what he went through, like
for so long.
Right. Yeah. Like how much would he be intact? And it turns out all of it. I mean, it's a miracle. It absolutely is. It's amazing. And it's amazing
in a lot of ways he was lucky that he was there.
Yeah,
that happened in the middle of a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? I mean, obviously it was what he was doing that probably caused this, but at the same time, you're the best medical staff maybe on the entire planet available to you. So.
They said they got to him within 10 seconds of him hitting the ground. 10 seconds. I mean, that's amazing. That really is. And everybody from the medical staff on the field to the hospital, the doctors. I mean, they all need tickets to the Super Bowl. They all need, obviously, recognition. Donate to the Cincinnati hospital if you have an extra, some extra cash, because they deserve everything for saving this man's life. And there's no way to shortchange that. They saved Damar Hamlin's life. And what started 3 days ago as a horrific story has, I think, turned very positive. And you hear about even things about how people now are taking CPR classes. I read a lot about that. They're talking about, signing up for classes. And if you have, talk about like taking a positive out of something that was really horrific. If 100 people take a CPR class and those 100 people save somebody's lives, it's 100 lives saved. I mean, like, that's a positive coming out of this. And I think that's something that I'm sure will, like I said, when he's on the road to recovery, that's something that he can take and be proud of as well. And obviously the charity as well. What is it? $7 million people have raised for him. Amazing.
Yeah. Right. His charity, which was for toys for underprivileged kids.
Yeah.
It was only at $2,500 goal,
right,
and is now at 7 million. And several people, Andy Dalton gave over $3,000. Robert Kraft,
Gardner. Yep.
Robert Kraft gave $10,000.
Versailles.
Chris Jericho, the wrestler, gave $10,000.
He spelled his name wrong and then gave another $5,000 so he could spell it right. That's awesome.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
And some of these, like Robert Kraft, is somebody we make fun of, but that
absolutely
a hell of a gesture. Tom Brady, another guy we make fun of a lot and don't really like, but he donated as well. Like
absolutely. And it's amazing
cool.
when Damar, he's awake now, right? And the first thing he wrote was, "Did we win?" Which is, I mean, my
amazing.
God.
No,
I mean,
all the football was canceled.
Right. Like, imagine they'll have to tell him this now. It's like, so you're probably the most famous person in America right now. Like, really? Because I mean, it was the lead story on every news channel for the last 3 days.
Yeah,
it really has been. I mean, people in it's BBC is reporting on it. I mean, like, and like, you know, that $2,500 thing you set for those kids. Yeah, it's at $7 million now.
That's amazing.
I mean, just. I'm blown away. I'm so grateful that he's healthy. I'm so grateful that he's it looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was watching that and I was just sitting in bed, and obviously I'm a Bills fan, so I knew Damar Hamlin. By the way, what I think even more impressive is he started that charity when he was in college. He didn't start it when he got to the NFL.
Right. He didn't have money.
He was just a guy.
He was just a guy. Yeah.
Right, he was trying to help his neighborhood, and I fucking love that about him. And you'll never find a Bill or a fan who, I mean, he's only been in the league 2 years, but people love him. His teammates love him. He's a great guy. He was a multiple team captain at Pittsburgh, which is tough to do, you know, to be I think it was like a 2 or 3 years captain, defensive captain, really tough. Well loved. Everybody liked him. And it's just, I'm so happy he's still going to be with us, because like that was horrible. Like, I never want to even, I can't watch it again. I saw it happen live and I never want to see it again.
Yeah.
And is the right 100%. If there's anybody out there who still thinks that they shouldn't have canceled the game, fuck you. Like, they absolutely needed to stop that. Right. It was
crazy to think that we would have continued that game.
Right.
With not knowing he was
not
okay.
Knowing. Right.
Like, if he was okay and he was conscious and stuff, that's a different story.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is, I mean, this wasn't like, you know, a knee injury or a torn ACL, which is in itself obviously horrible. But I mean, this was completely different.
I honestly think, I know the NFL is getting a lot of crap, but I don't think they even knew what the hell was going on. And credit to Sean McDermott and Zach Taylor for being like, fuck this. We're out of here. We cannot play this game. We're not doing it.
We all saw like the faces of, you know, like Josh Allen breaking down, and Stephon Diggs and all those guys. And for poor T. Higgins, he did nothing right. And once again, if people are hating on T. Higgins, go fuck yourself. Like, the guy did nothing
That's
wrong.
Insane.
Right. But there are people out there who are
Bart
like,
Scott,
once again,
it
social
didn't
media,
even look
the dredges.
It didn't even look like that hard of a hit to me.
No,
it was it was a very normal football play.
Right.
Something abnormal happened here.
Right.
Yeah. And from early, you know, things is I'm sorry, I should have looked it up what the condition is called, where it has something to do with your heartbeat, and it's like a 1 in a billion chance of interrupting that heartbeat at that exact time with trauma, and it would cause that.
Kind of reminded me of Jerry Lawler, if you're a wrestling fan. Jerry Lawler getting elbow dropped on Raw, and his heart stopped, and had to get CPR to be revived.
Right.
Kind of similar to that, just a freak, weird thing that nobody ever gets injured from.
Would be so grateful if he ends up like Jerry Lawler, where he just went after X amount of time, he recovered and went back to doing what he does. I mean, I would absolutely love that. I mean, you know, this turned out.
It turned out pretty well.
Really, I mean, like when I saw it happen, I was at 100% when they didn't say anything after an hour. I considered the worst.
Right.
And I stayed up till like 3 a.m. that morning, just refreshing, just trying to get if I could hear anything about this guy. Because I remember like going into the offseason as a Bills fan, people would talk about him, and he took over. You know, he was a starter. He wasn't starting to begin the season. He took over from Micah Hyde after Micah got hurt.
And he played very well.
Very well. Like, for a second-year player, very well. And
you know, I think it's cool. Like, isn't his teammate from Pittsburgh on the team too?
Dane Jackson. Yeah, if you remember, Dane Jackson
secondary players
got hurt like week 3 or 4 and had to get stretchered out of the stadium. And the guy who was with him the entire time was Damar Hamlin. Right. And it turns out that it was a stinger. It was okay. And Dane Jackson was the first person there with him when he went down. You know, it's something. It really is. I guess last night his dad talked to the team.
Right.
And that was when news was first breaking that he was opening his eyes, that he was responsive, and they said it just I mean, the team needed to hear that. I don't think I don't think if you got that news today, I don't think the Bills would play the Patriots this weekend.
Right.
I think they needed to hear all that news, and especially from their dad. Like his dad said, like Damar wouldn't want you guys to sacrifice what you've worked so hard for this year. Like he's gonna be okay. Things are looking up. Like, don't, stick with it type of thing.
Right.
That's what he would want.
Out of mere curiosity, do the Bills have to play the Patriots? Like, what's on the line here for them?
I mean,
Number
who
one
knows
seed
at this point?
and the Patriots getting in the playoffs, I guess.
Yeah, that's the clear one. But I mean, I guess we'll talk about it. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
with the
Bengal
game.
Apparently, they came out that they're canceling that game.
Yeah, right. Which is probably neither the Bengals or the Bills wanted to play this thing. So,
and then the other rumor is that they're thinking of adding an 8th team to the playoffs and getting rid of the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I also heard that they were going to do, because once again, I guess best case scenario for the NFL, which won't happen because the Chiefs are playing the Raiders. The Chiefs will roll the Raiders. But if the Chiefs lose and the Bills win, then it doesn't matter. Bills get the first seed and you can just move on. But the worst case would be Chiefs win, Bills win, Bengals win. Then you're in the same position you're in now.
Right.
And what do you do?
One less game. Yeah.
Right.
Just flip a coin or something.
I think they're going to do
win percentage.
Yeah,
right. That's what the COVID rule was.
Right. Which once again, it's not perfect because it basically, if you do that, the Bengals cannot get the number 1 overall pick the first seed. They can't do it. Going into this game, had it been played, there was like an outside chance they could do it. Now it completely no, but it automatically gives them the AFC North if you go by winning percentage. Even if they lose against the Ravens, they still win the AFC North based on win percentage.
Yeah.
So right, and then
maybe you do it by record, and then amongst the playoff teams, you do it by
yeah.
I mean, there's an answer to this. It's really not that big. Is it that big of a deal?
If you're a good enough team, you're going to win on the road.
I think it.
I mean, it would
a
suck.
big deal.
It would suck if you lost home field advantage. As the Bills, especially.
Yeah, if the Chiefs or the Bills lose the number 1 seed, this would be. I mean, that extra week off is crucial.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you work for. It informs all your decisions for like the last 8 games of the season.
The NFL has completely fucked up the playoffs, by making only 1 bye.
I know.
They should have just left it alone. It was fine.
I also read what they were also talking about was Chiefs. Once again, they should kill the Raiders. So we'll assume the Chiefs win, right? Chiefs win, Bills win, Bengals win. If the Bills play, or if any of those 3 teams play each other in the playoffs, so if we get to the AFC Championship game and it's Bills Chiefs, it's a neutral site game. Move it to Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's fair. That's about as fair as you're going to get.
So it is fair, but it is also like a real fucking bummer.
Yeah.
Like how much would
it's better than
like the Bills deserve a home field game for fucking one.
Well, they do. They're going to get one. They're definitely going to get one because they won the division. So they're getting that one. But you're right. Like had they just won the last 2, they would have had home field throughout. So
it'll get solved.
When I read this, they talk about moving to Indianapolis because it's like right between Buffalo and in Kansas City. And all I can imagine is some like Colts fan in the offseason holding a monkey's paw. Be like, I hope the Colts host an AFC Championship game and that monkey paw curls.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Well, Damar is awake and we're happy about that.
Yes, absolutely.
And I hope I never feel like that again. Like it reminded me, obviously a much better outcome, but it reminded me of when Kobe's helicopter crashed. And I was just like, this is awful. I feel just sick. I literally feel like I can't do anything. I'm just paralyzed by this. Like I almost couldn't turn the TV off either.
I know.
Like I need an update and there were no updates. Like it was awful. An awful experience for all around.
I know it wasn't an actual sporting event because it's the play had stopped, but I've never heard a stadium that quiet.
Yeah. Right.
So,
and kudos to the Bengals too. I mean,
oh yeah. Absolutely. And I have so much more
pros.
respect. I mean, I always had respect for them, but just the way everybody handled it was the way it needed to be done.
Even Joe Burrow, like he was asked a day or two ago, was like, what's going to happen with the game? And he's like, I don't care. Ask the Bills.
He said, whatever the Bills want to do.
Whatever the Bills want to do, we'll do it.
Yep.
So
it's the right answer. Good job.
Kudos to them.
The right answer.
All right.
Let's talk about some goofy shit now.
Let's go into the funny. Week 17.
It was so long ago. I hope I can remember it. To be honest,
can you remember?
We've got right.
We'll go over these quick. The categories. We've got football foobar coming up that'll lift our spirits. We've got Greg's bets. We've also got our shit bets from last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot to make shit bets for Greg.
Did any of our shit bets hit? We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out.
Probably did better than I did.
We have a couple new We have a new segment. We have an update on bathrooms. We got a lot to do here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
all right, let's crack down.
Let's crack it down with. Let's start with Cousin Zone.
That's me crashing the whip. The fucking Cousin Zone.
The Cousin Zone.
That I heard.
The Packers
about the
remembered they were the Packers.
Minus 17 point difference.
Minus 17
for the season.
That's so funny. Was it?
So
I think I talked about it on another episode. The DVOA rankings, whatever that is, where it's supposed to like take your offense and defensive ranks and like grade you out every week.
Right.
They, according to the DVOA rankings, the Vikings should be the 27th best team in the league this year.
But here they are.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're awful.
If you hate the Packers, you're out of luck here because they won themselves back into a playoff chance here.
They just have to win, right?
They just have to beat the Lions, and they're in.
Very attainable.
Which is insane because this team was dead, buried, like shoveled dirt on them. And now they might make the playoffs. Holy crap.
Yeah. Right. They're for the first 5 weeks of the season, they averaged like 12 points or something.
They were hideous.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers cuts his hair, and all of a sudden,
oh man,
things start looking up.
Reverse Samson.
The reverse Samson. Cousins is a mess.
Yeah.
Break out the eyeliner.
The minute I saw he wasn't playing at 1, I'm like, well, he's fucked. Like that's the Cousin Zone only works at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Time is an issue. All right. New category. Meltdown complete. They did it. Congratulations to the 2022 New York Jets.
Yeah.
Who are knocked out of the playoffs. Mike fucking White.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
What did they start out at? What are they, 6-0?
6-3, and basically lost so
the rest
much
of the way.
Yeah. Lost a lot.
We said it. It didn't take experts to know that this was a fluke. And they lost their best player.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
They were mono run, and then they lost the run in mono run.
Right.
So what are you going to do?
They lost their guy.
And to a certain extent, I actually feel like what we saw out of Mike White is probably good for the Jets long term because Mike White, a great story, fine as a backup, should not be your starter.
Yeah, didn't convince you to skip drafting a quarterback.
Right. And I feel like that would have been more detrimental to them if they just stuck with Mike White. Keep him, draft the guy, see how they both play out in the offseason.
Is Saleh in trouble?
No,
not yet. Not until he gets a better quarterback, and not until they get like full strength to see how it goes.
Exactly, 100% agree.
My employee believes that the Jets should go out and get Jimmy Garoppolo. Opinions?
Oh,
I think it's shit.
I mean,
I don't
he's
think
better than what they got.
Oh, he's better than what they got. But to me, I mean, this is like an obvious comparison in a way. It's like Vinny Testaverde again.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Not going to get you where you need to be.
But
that's like Jets 101.
But
this is Chad Pennington.
Number one,
32 touchdowns.
Pennington was the people. Jets fans look fondly on the Pennington.
They do.
Years.
He's like a glory quarterback.
Because Jets fans are idiots.
But he's better than a lot of the things that have happened.
Let's go back to this real quick. Garoppolo, very attractive. I don't think anyone can deny that. Very attractive.
Good. Look pretty hot.
New York does like those sexy, like those guys you can build around, like,
Jimmy Garoppolo is the most New York Jets quarterback of all time.
I agree. Sure. So I think that might be a run for them. I think did Oven Strength come up with that?
No.
Okay.
He's a Patriots fan. What the fuck does he know? Oh. He couldn't find his own head if it was shoved up his ass.
It was shoved in an oven. All right.
Who's he, Silver Platt?
Ready? This is a big category this week. Not just there's a lot here. There's a lot packed into this category. It is the ballad of the 2022 Carolina Panthers.
Is this the last?
team.
Is this the last entry?
It's
or
over now, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say
Probably
it's
the
done.
last entry of the ballad.
There's no way that they can make it
They're
into the
out.
playoffs.
They're
They're
officially
out.
out. Kicked out of the playoffs by good Tom Brady. All of a sudden, good Tom Brady shows up and beats them. Which
It's gonna
again,
happen, man. It's gonna
Hate that
happen.
fucker.
400 and something yards passing. Mike Evans finally figured out how to catch a pass.
Yeah.
Um,
Better late than never. I
what
guess.
can you say here? I guess it's good that they lost. I mean, they should have lost like 2 more games and they would be fined for getting a quarterback. Now they're in the 9th spot, which is not good. They could move up if the Raiders and Saints win. They could move up a couple spots, but I highly doubt the Raiders are going to win. And I don't know
Who
about
do the Saints play. Yeah,
I'm not sure, but it's,
Falcons. I think they might play the Falcons. There you go. Yeah.
Falcons winning was good. We are just, according to the mock drafts I've looked at, just outside getting one of those 3 quarterbacks.
It's not where you want to be.
Potentially all 4 could go before their 9th pick. And I even saw one where it was like you could pick the Florida quarterback or just stick with Sam Darnold and pick a D lineman. I'm like, that is literally going to make me throw up.
What a glowing endorsement of that Florida quarterback.
Make me throw up right now.
Your ceiling is Sam Darnold.
Good grief. Sam fucking Darnold is still here. He's like a cockroach.
Yeah.
He also was bad in this game. He was bad. He fumbled in the red zone again. He threw multiple picks.
Now, is he a free agent?
No,
they signed him to something stupid.
I think he still has another year left or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
If he's a free agent, maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. If he's a free agent, you let him walk.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I would too. Yeah.
I would let him walk unless you can get him for super duper cheap as a backup, maybe.
Yeah.
So this game was weird too because the Carolina was competitive in this game.
They were
all the way up until a weird ass punt happened.
Oh my god!
Punter.
That might have been the best. That might have been like they talk about
the play of the year.
What's oh my god, what's the baseball term where they actually grade each play on its impact? Oh, I wish I could remember it. I don't remember. There's a baseball term, look it up. I'm sorry, where it literally says like the value of an individual play. This had got to be the highest value of any play in the history of the NFL. At least maybe the regular season. I don't know.
Absolutely amazing.
Drops a punt, picks it up, runs to the sideline, doesn't get tackled, and kicks with the wrong foot. A 30-yard punt to save a disastrous play at midfield. Right.
Could have been Brady owes that guy a shit ton of NFTs.
Yeah, give him those NFTs. Fill his bathtub with NFTs.
By the way, real quick before I forget, when Brady, we talked about earlier, Brady donated to Damar Hamlin's fund, which that's awesome. That's really good. I was hoping Giselle was going to donate that same amount plus 1, so she's right above him on the rankings
$1
with his own money. I think that'd be very funny.
All right. Well, that happened. Also in this game, Josh Norman returned.
Wow, what a name.
Josh Norman came back, and it brought up some sad memories for me because that 2015 amazing Panthers team that was 15
Josh
and 1.
Norman at this point.
He's old now.
Okay.
Because that team could have brought back Josh Norman and had an amazing defense. They chose not to sign him, and he left.
But he went to like the Redskins and was just shit. Like I don't remember
went to
Josh
Washington.
Norman.
He was okay for a couple years, and you know where you know what he was doing when they signed him?
He wasn't playing shop.
He wasn't playing football. He owns and baristas at his own coffee shop.
Yeah.
I love it.
So he was slinging coffee, and I don't think he played that well. So I'm guessing he's going back to coffee.
Well, he collected a paycheck. That'll cover La Marzocco.
Sure. And then finally, the final little bit on the ballot of the 2022 Carolina Panthers was this story, which I thought was insane. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Jim Harbaugh has been talking to David Tepper about taking the coaching job, which I thought was insane for a lot of reasons. One, because he's Jim fucking Harbaugh and melted down in an epic fashion with that San Francisco team that was amazing and got fired. And also Isn't Steve Wilkes doing a good job? I thought we liked Steve Wilkes.
The players seem to like him.
I thought we liked Steve Wilkes here.
Yeah, he's made them competitive.
Can you imagine being Steve Wilkes after Brian Flores, all this Brian Flores stuff, being Steve Wilkes, doing a great job, turning this team around, almost make the playoffs, being a punt away, and Sam Darnold's dumbass away from making the playoffs, to only lose the job to idiot Jim Harbaugh coming back in.
I
would be so pissed. I would sue the NFL.
I saw today that the NCAA was investigating Michigan for something. They haven't announced it yet. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a fucking Pete Carroll situation with Harbaugh here. Sure. He's gonna drop the grenade in the boat, then run.
He is
I just saw a good opportunity.
Yeah, right.
Has nothing to do with these sanctions coming down.
He's such a fucker. He's such a fucker. He put out a statement today like, a lot of us are going to potentially leave, but if you stay, I guarantee we win a championship or something like that.
You.
Like,
he's
get
totally
out of
bailing.
here. You're full of shit. You've been trying to leave for years now.
If this investigation goes anywhere, he's bailing. He's pulling a Pete Carroll. He's getting the hell out of here.
Lord, what a mess. Battle of the 2020. And after all this, we're not going to get a fucking quarterback. After all this.
Listen, you could trade up. It's not like you're stuck at 9,
We've got to get up to 4 or 3 to get past the Colts. If you trade up, you got to get CJ Stroud. You have to get him. You can't settle for Will, the Kentucky quarterback.
Yeah.
Will Levis. You can't settle for that guy. You got to get past the Colts. Yikes. What a mess. Anyway, moving on. Category didn't matter. Didn't matter at all. Falcons beat the Cardinals. Who gives a shit? Whatever. And the Browns beat the Commanders. Which we'll get to that in a second.
I got mad at that.
We'll get to that in a second. But Carson Wentz played. He threw a ridiculously stupid Carson Wentz interception.
Yeah.
Why they didn't play Heineke? Why they didn't play Sam Howell to see what he's got? No,
I guess they're doing that this week. They're playing Howell
after a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
Rivera wanted to play Heineke and then bring in Howell later.
Yeah, he was using like relief pitchers. Yeah,
right. That's my idea.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get to
fresh legs.
We'll get to that more later. We'll get to that story more later. So if you're waiting for that, we'll get to that in a second.
Is this it for Ron Rivera?
I think it wasn't until he admitted in a press conference that he didn't know it was a winning in.
That's what I was going to wait for broadcasting moments of the week, but we can bring it up now.
Oh, no.
Ron Rivera didn't realize his team was going to be eliminated. In a press conference, he was asked, you realize your team's going to be eliminated if so-and-so wins today? And he said, nope, didn't know that. Then in a statement, he said, he looked like a fucking idiot. Then in a statement, he said, I did know that, but I didn't know what the question. And then he got asked questions like yesterday or one of these days. And he admitted, oh yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea about the playoffs situation. I had no clue.
He's done.
Come on, Riverboat. What are you doing?
Yeah. He's done. He might just be. He'll latch on to somebody as a good defensive coordinator, though. I think that's Ron's sweet spot right there.
Didn't know we weren't going to make the play. I didn't know we could be eliminated, I think is what he said.
I absolutely adore the idea, though, that like if the game had mattered, he would not have played Carson Wentz.
Yeah, right.
He's like, oh shit, this was important. Oh
no,
I played cards. Why didn't anybody stop me?
I saw
can't throw a pass if it matters.
We thought you were gambling, Ron.
I saw the Riverboat. I saw the Ringer NFL show. Kevin Clark said, the football playoffs are super complicated now. I get it. Like I don't know who's in, who's there's lots of scenarios and stuff. It's like the Commanders scenario was pretty simple. It's like they need to win, and these guys, this other team needs to lose, and then they're in. They didn't win, so it was pretty obvious. It wasn't as convoluted as all the other stuff.
If they expand it to 8 teams and the Commanders have a chance to win in again, and he still doesn't know.
He plays Carson Wentz again.
Here's the question: Did he?
I got a good
think-
feeling about it this time.
Did he think they were gonna win? Did he try to win with Carson to get in, or was he trying to what was he doing? I'm not really sure. Because you would think, oh, I'm playing Carson Wentz. We're punting this one for a better draft pick. But no, I think he was trying to win and thought Carson was better than Heineke. Who knows?
I think he thinks so too. But that's
Riverboat.
just foolish.
What a mess.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
not saying
River-
Taylor.
I
I
like
like Taylor
Riverboat.
Heineke. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback on the planet.
But why didn't he? What?
But
He
just
didn't
like at
play
this
that
point,
badly.
at this point, who gives a shit? Just use the guy you've had in. Carson Wentz cannot play the game of football. We all know this.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz has been replaced as quarterback by possibly more than anybody in the history of the NFL.
This is 3 times now. 3 times.
It's like,
All
oh
right.
shit, what's our
I don't
other
want to.
option?
So I
Nick
just
Foles. Yeah, all right, get
Put him in
there,
there.
Nick.
Run him out there.
they just they're so tomorrow. I guess the NFL owners. This just broke. I'm looking at my Twitter. So they're talking about what to do with the seating in the AFC. And there's basically, it is incredibly convoluted what this is going to be. They're supposed to vote on it tomorrow at noon, the owners, to make sure everybody's on the same page. But it is real weird. So the AFC Championship game will be played at a neutral site if the participating teams played an unequal number of games and both could have been the number 1 seed and hosted the game had AFC clubs played a full 17 schedule. These circumstances involve Buffalo or Cincinnati qualifying for the game as a road team and as listed below. And then it has basically everything that could happen week 18 and whether that would like I said, if Buffalo wins, Kansas City loses, Bengals lose, nothing happens. Buffalo gets the number 1 seed. But if Buffalo and Kansas City both win, a Buffalo and Kansas City championship game will be at a neutral site. But just championship game, Buffalo, and then the scenario 2, Buffalo and Kansas City both lose and Baltimore wins. So Baltimore beats Cincinnati. A Buffalo and Kansas City championship game would also still be held at a neutral site.
Okay.
And then the final one is Buffalo and Kansas City both lose and Cincinnati wins, which now means a Buffalo or Cincinnati versus Kansas City championship game would now be held at a neutral site.
I think that's fine.
I mean, this is about as fair as you're going to get.
I think that's fine. I like
yeah.
it. I actually like it, considering all the circumstances and how much of a pain in the ass this probably was.
Right.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's
So
not.
that just-
it's not ideal, but
It's not
none
ideal
of
for
it-
anybody.
None,
Like,
of
it's
it's
just-
ideal.
Right.
so-
None of it's ideal. The best thing is that Damar Hamlin's all right. That's
Yeah,
the
right.
most important thing.
Right.
So I guess that'll be official tomorrow.
Okay.
As long as
I don't hate it. I
As
don't
long
hate
as
it.
Jared Jones doesn't piss on it or something.
It doesn't affect him at all. So
Perhaps the Cowboys could be the first seed.
Sure hope they don't
In
take
the
a picture
AFC.
of that vote.
you see my face?
Yeah.
I'm voting no on everything. Terry, calm down. I want to punch Daniel Snyder. This has nothing to do with him.
Get in line. I mean,
Just a long line of punching him in the face.
Yeah.
All right. Crushing it. Lions kill the Bears.
mhm.
The Bears, what are we doing here? The Bears were doing some weird shit in this game. Did you see several times they had Cole Kmet take
Yeah.
quarterback snaps and pitch it to Justin Fields because they have literally no ability to throw the ball at all.
This
So
team
they were running the ball with Justin Fields as a running back out of the
Yeah.
backfield.
they are really gunning for a top
What
number 1 or number 2
In the
overall.
who are they going to pick though?
I actually like how the Bears are setting this up. If they get conceivably, they can still get the number 1 overall pick. It won't happen. Houston's going to lose, but if they get the number 2 overall pick, you could come up with a bounty offer for that
Is
number
that
2.
their
You're not going to
plan?
take a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I still think they should take a quarterback.
I like Justin Fields. I think he needs weapons, but
I don't think
They
so.
picked people up for him and he couldn't get it to him.
well, I don't think they take a quarterback this year. So I think they just basically say, doors open. Who wants it? Come on up, Carolina. Like,
Please, I'll gladly move to 2. I would be so happy if that happened. All right.
Can I interest you in a Sam Darnold?
You want a Dante Foreman?
he's
Yeah.
barely used.
Eh? Yeah.
Fresh legs.
Yeah.
Not like we used them
Fresh.
for everything. Fresh. All right. Bears are doing weird shit. Giants beat the Colts.
Yep.
Every Giant fan out here
Yeah.
talking about Daniel Jones
They're
being
talking about him like he's a
know.
fucking folk hero.
Like he didn't
Yeah.
Again.
fucking play the Colts.
New Yorkers are
idiots.
largely stupid people.
Yeah, and we're all idiots.
Yeah, so we're including ourselves in this.
We're including ourselves. We're all idiots. We're all idiots
in some degree or another. Right.
I mean, you would just have to be an idiot to be a Giants
Why in the
fan.
world?
Or a Jets fan.
My office, by the way, has around 60 employees, right? At this office. 7 of them were at this fucking Giants game. I mean, it's amazing to me. We got to be there to see him make the playoffs for the first time. Like, oh, boo-hoo, it's been like 3 years or whatever the hell it's been.
You
for
won
the Giants.
4 Super Bowls. Calm down.
Yeah, right. Calm the fuck down.
Calm down. And you beat the stupid Colts. I guess the only other thing to say about this game was the Thibodeau sack on Foles, where he did snow angels as Foles lay motion.
Did you guys watch it happen live?
No, I saw the replay of it.
I watched it happen live, and it was the most uncomfortable 15 seconds until Monday. It was real uncomfortable.
Did he know he was hurt?
Giants players were tapping Thibodeau on the shoulders, telling him to stop, basically.
Right, and he kept doing
it anyway.
Greg, he was right next to him. He was hitting him with his arm when he was doing the snow angel. And Foles is groaning and rolling around next to him.
If it wasn't so awful, this is very funny.
It gets
I'm
funny.
sorry, there's an injury.
I think Foles is okay.
Foles is fine. He fell on the ball.
I mean,
it was the Rob Johnson injury. Yeah.
Oh, I just love it.
It gets funnier.
It does get funnier. Yeah.
Jeff Saturday was not happy.
No.
He said the celebration was trash, but he also said his own team should have beat up Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yes, they should have. He's
not on his own team.
If this was fucking hockey, Thibodeau would have been peeled off the field.
Scared. They let Foles get killed. They just let him do it.
Right. And you see what Thibodeau said today?
Yeah, that was even funnier. He's like, they're like, Saturday was mad. He's like, I don't know who Jeff Saturday is. Who is that? And then he said something like, only people who have played the game can criticize players. And then the reporters are like, he actually played the game.
He's like a 9-time Pro Bowler.
He was in the Pro Bowl. He was Peyton Manning center. He did actually play. And he's like, I don't care then. Yeah. It doesn't affect me.
He knows it.
It was triple down on it.
That's
I kind of liking this. I like having kind of a villain.
He is.
Yeah, right.
You can't affect me if you haven't played the game. I actually did play the game.
Fuck you.
Even he was like, Jeff Saturday, who?
Yeah, right.
Why would you hire him as coach? Oh God.
Once again, funny because Foles is okay.
Yeah, Foles is all right. But man alive. I mean, I get being pissed off for Saturday, but
honestly, they should have fought. They have you're fucking 4 wins. It's like that scene in Major League where he throws a pitch and it hits the guy. He's like, oh, it's about time. It's 9-0. You only got 4 wins. Might as well.
Why not? Get fired up. Jaguars kill the Texans. Jaguars are in control of their own destiny here.
Yeah,
they are. They're 8-8 now. Is that right?
I'm rooting for the Jaguars this week.
Go Jags!
I don't think they're going to win. I think the Titans are going to win it.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
what makes you think that, Mark? The Titans are completely devoid of talent.
I'm not even going to say that I have a reason for it. I just have a weird feeling that they're the Jaguars building
Derrick
all
Henry
this
is out.
I feel like they're going to lose this game.
Derrick Henry's out.
Is Derrick Henry out?
I think he's hurt.
Oh no, he said he's.
I was including him in devoid of talent.
I think he's hurt, isn't he? Or is he back this week?
He's hurt, but I think he's going to play. I think he was limited, which is basically the limited is going to play.
Just take one for the team. Take a dive. Let the Jags win. Get Vrabel out of there. Get a better quarterback.
We'll talk about him later for another segment, I think.
Yeah.
We sure will we?
Yeah.
I don't have him in mind.
I do.
Chargers over the Rams in the battle of apathetic fans everywhere.
The fans didn't even give a shit.
Who cares? The Chargers win. They killed them.
I love how this is a game held at the stadium that they both play in, and they still didn't sell it out.
Yeah,
it's like you would double the fans, the possibilities, and you're like,
that was the problem.
Yeah,
there was no other fans to sell it out.
Right. That's right. Yes, that's right. If you played Pittsburgh, they would have sold that shit out.
Of course. New category. The sad boy boat is actually us this week because the Chiefs beat the Broncos, but Russell
boo.
Wilson broke the bathroom record.
What a piece of
officially.
shit.
I
Why start
know.
crying now, you
Right.
bitch?
I love how he had like 2 rushing touchdowns. Like, so that's all right. Keep going.
Yeah, it
Do
doesn't
that.
count.
That's fine. Yep.
Doesn't count as throws, but he did throw one. And they
Once
still
again-
lost. They still lost, but
They played
Yeah.
tough. I will say
played,
that.
They
They
played
were
a little
up
better.
by within like 7 minutes. I know it's the Chiefs and they can just turn it on, but like, moral victories. The life coach seems to be a better coach than Hackett was.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
After just 1 week, we can say that. Yeah, so bathrooms officially lose. And our guy on TikTok, he presented Russell Wilson with a golden toilet for his victory. Congratulations to you, Russell Wilson. It only
Good job.
took you an entire season
No.
to do this. 17 weeks
Oh my
to pull
god.
this off.
I think the Broncos head coaching search is going to be one of the most interesting stories of the offseason. Like, I am very invested into what they decide to do because I feel like they're going to go like hard after Sean Payton. I also forgot, by the way, everybody who's got a head coaching job wants Sean Payton, right? In opening.
Sure.
I forgot you still have to trade for him. It's not like he's a free agent.
Yeah.
You have to
You
give
got to
up
trade
a first rounder for him.
probably a number one.
Yeah, right.
Which
And the
is
Broncos,
insane.
I don't think have a number one.
No, they traded it to the Seahawks.
Right. I don't think they have a number one next year.
They traded that one to the Seahawks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What a
Sean Payton is
disaster.
not worth a number 1 pick.
No. I'm
Someone
convinced,
stupid will do it.
Someone's doing it.
I think he's going to stay in New Orleans. I think he'll go back there. I think they're going to fire Dennis
I've
Allen.
heard
He's just going
rumors
to stay in
about
New
that,
Orleans.
yeah.
They just bring him
Yeah.
right back.
Right.
That would be smart.
It would be
honestly.
smart. Yep.
Why not? I heard Brady may go there because he was
Sure.
supposed to go with Sean Payton to Miami. And after that got messed up.
Oh my God, Tom Brady go to the fucking Saints?
Yep.
Kill me.
That's what I heard. All right, moving on.
You know what? I'm fine with that because I always kind of like the Bucks, and now I hate them. I hate
right.
seeing them.
I fucking hate the Bucks.
Oh
man.
well,
I
you
hate,
do. Yeah, no.
I hate
You
the
have to
Saints
hate.
too.
You have to
so,
hate.
Of course, he's gonna go right back in my division, you fucker. All right.
Yeah, it would really suck to have
We're
Brady
back
in your
to-
division for so long.
Yeah, right. It's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, for
Anyway,
the 3
moving-
years you got to deal with him.
Just 3 years is too many. All right. Another sad boy boat was the Patriots beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a mess because Tua is
Yeah.
out and Bridgewater can't.
I feel bad.
Is he Sammy Watkins now? Is he Sammy Watkins
He's
territory?
always kind of been like that. He's like a
Crip
nicer,
ball?
more like a. I love Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's a really good dude, and I think when he is healthy, he's actually a pretty, I would say, an above average quarterback. But it's kind of like the Lamar Jackson syndrome, or the going back like Patrick Ramsey of the thing. Like the frame is just too thin to play this game, and you just get injured all the time because of it. I don't know. Like I
The other
hate Mac Jones.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Every
Oh, I
time they
hate
showed
that
that fucking
fucker.
face, I just got
Awful.
enraged. Yeah, right. And it's always like this, like your defense is the Patriots defense. By the way, give credit where it's due. It's awesome. It looks really good.
Yeah.
He is not contributing to this team's success, Mr.
No.
Pro Bowl quarterback.
No.
He acts like
It's-
he's 5,000 yards.
this team was pretty much dead and now might make the playoffs. It was a good shot to make
Yeah,
the playoffs, which
right.
is frustrating. And our guy, our boy, Mike
Yeah.
McDaniel, things have really gone bad. And today, I don't know if you saw this,
Yeah.
a story came out today that the Dolphins are considering firing Mike McDaniel after 1 year.
Really?
It's so
Yes.
stupid.
That's ridiculous.
They
They're
want Sean
considering-
Payton.
Firing him, yeah, they're going to try to get the Peyton Brady thing.
Right.
Fine.
Yeah.
I can think of one vacancy that I would love to fill.
Titans, Mike McDaniel.
Titans, baby.
I just
Mike
love
McDaniel.
they went this
My
entire
heart
time.
would sing. I would buy a jersey. I'd buy a little T-shirt of like him and
We
I. just,
wanted
like,
it anyway.
hanging
we wanted
out.
it anyway.
Right.
We wanted that Mike McDaniel shirt.
Yep.
What are you doing, Dolphins? Stop.
The Dolphins they're so fake, and they spent all this time, the ownership, not him. I love him.
Right.
But like they spent all this time about talking about how Tua is the quarterback. And, when he was doing well against those bad teams, they're like, this is the guy. this is the guy. And then obviously he has the medical issues. And now they just completely bury him. And they're like, nope, you know what? Next year we need a new quarterback.
Right. Well, Tua may not be
I
able
know.
to play.
Yeah, maybe don't let him play
Right.
anything anymore.
Tua
We'll
probably
see.
would be a very good commentator. He seems very engaging when I see interviews with him. So
No, well, maybe. We'll see. All right. Category. Oh, what? The Saints beat the Eagles. That's the only one this week. There really weren't too many ahwas.
Uh-oh.
Saints beat the Eagles.
2020 Pittsburgh Steelers. Philadelphia Eagles don't look so
Yeah.
good.
They lose
What
with
I mean, I wouldn't take it away from them. Their best player has been injured, and they're still been competitive in these games. It's still porn star Gardner Minshew throwing the fucking ball.
People
I
thought
love
he
Gardner.
should start over Hurts over the summer.
Well, that's because there's a
that's
lot of
stupid.
racist people in the world.
Oh,
I think Gardner is probably one of the upper echelon backup quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Look, he could probably start at
Houston,
10 teams in the league.
Right.
You know, he wouldn't be any worse than Mike White. He's not any worse.
I'd take him over Darnold.
Yeah, I'd take him over Tannehill.
Yeah,
he's fun.
At least he's fun.
Yeah,
Tannehill, boring,
but should not even come close to starting over Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a hell of a player, and I is he coming back this week? I think that. I mean, if I was them, I would just rest him.
I would too. Yeah.
I mean, no reason for this. I mean,
yeah, just keep him out. What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, you can Josh Dobbs me once, you can Josh Dobbs me twice, but it's already over before it really starts.
Yeah.
Cowboys beat the Titans on Thursday night. I will say, this was way too close. Way too close.
That's because you can't stop the Dobbs dynasty, baby.
The Dobbs dynasty.
That
Dobbs
picture of his mom.
Bombs down.
That picture of his mom and dad might be one of my favorite pictures of the season.
Jesus
The
Christ.
look of horror.
Really sad.
Yeah.
Sad boy boat. Mom and dad Dobbs.
I didn't realize he had been in the league that long. He's been in the league for what, 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
This is his first NFL start,
Yeah,
which brings me to a new segment. Ashley, my friend who listens to the show, also listens to TGIF, so shout out to her. She said, this guy looks, she's a very small, petite person. She says, this guy looks smaller than I am. Why is he so skinny? He's so skinny.
Yeah.
And then she said, please ask the boys this. What is the worst ever like random quarterback starter you can remember?
Ooh.
Either for your team or for the NFL at large.
I mean,
for
Nathan
the Titans,
Peterman.
I was saying for the
Wait,
Bills, it's got to be
this-
Peterman. I mean, he shouldn't have ever started. I'll give you another one too. But a lot of people probably don't remember him. Jeff Toole. I don't know if you remember Jeff Toole.
Jeff Toole,
undrafted guy, and got like a start here and there during the real dark days of the Bills, before things turned around. So,
yeah, I mean, for the Titans, I feel like it's probably this year, right?
Oh,
I'm trying
Malik.
to think. I'm trying to think. After Vince Young went a little crazy,
it's kind of a weird thing because it's like if you pick a guy and you want him to be good,
we had
and he
Rusty
starts,
Smith.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
2010.
What the fuck is
That's
that?
a weird one.
Oh my God! Wow, oh my God!
There's some weird one-time stars
Metzenberger.
out
I
there.
forgot.
Oh
about him.
God, Zach
Metzenberger.
Metzenberger. Yeah.
That's a
Metzenberger.
good one. And somehow Charlie fucking Whitehurst started 5
Oh my
games
God!
that year.
How'd you pry him out of San Diego?
Charlie Whitehurst.
I think if I remember correctly, we gave him like a legit contract
Oh my God!
because he put up good numbers when he was the backup in San Diego, and this was after the Jake Locker experience. I think we gave good money to Charlie Whitehurst.
Jake Locker.
So I'm looking at the Bills one too to refresh my memory, and I forgot about my neighbor Brian Brom had 2 starts when I lived in Buffalo. He lived right below me. So,
Brian Brom.
yeah.
My neighbor. Okay, I got a couple for you because the Panthers have had some serious shit at quarterback. Here's one: 4 starts. David Carr.
Oh God.
David Carr.
David
started
Carr.
4 times. Not Derek. David
No.
Carr.
Oof.
Matt Light. 1 start, 1 loss.
Okay.
Randy Fasani.
I don't know
1
who
start,
any of these guys are.
1 loss. Brian St. Pierre.
I know Brian St. Pierre. Played for the
1
Steelers.
start, 1 loss.
Yep.
Frank Reich.
Oh,
3 starts, 3 losses. I guess you probably wouldn't count.
Get his name out of your fucking mouth.
Will Greer. 2 starts, 2
Remember Will.
losses.
Yeah.
He's still in the league. I think.
I think he's kicking around.
I think he's with the Cowboys. Those are people that lost 1 or 2 games. Some real terrible shit. Jimmy Clausen.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was a
quarterback.
huge mistake.
Yeah.
He was
Don't
1 for 9.
Don't
1 for
fucking
9.
draft anyone from Notre Dame.
1 for 9.
Legit. Like, unless they're
No.
in a time machine and it's 1989, just cross anyone from there off your fucking list.
Yeah.
Even if Notre Dame goes 11-0.
Here's
Cross it.
another one. Here's
They're too
another
small.
blast from the past. Chris Winky, remember him?
Oh, Chris Old man
yeah.
Winky.
2
Yeah.
for 17.
Yep.
2 for 17.
They let him start 19 games.
19 starts.
Oh
for
my
Wink.
God.
My guy Winky. He came in as like a 33-year-old.
I'm gonna tell you the Titans
Sold.
best. The Titans' best dark horse quarterback,
Yeah.
Billy fucking Volek, y'all.
Oh God, Billy Bullock,
Oh.
always good
'Cause
for
he had
400
chemistry.
yards. Yes.
Chemistry with
With
the
who?
only one that matters.
In the chemistry.
Drew Bennett.
There you go. You got
Drew
Bennett on the
Bennett. He's
podcast.
in. Drew Bennett.
Your boy.
All right.
That
I,
Monday night football game where Drew Bennett had 285 yards, 3 touchdowns.
All right.
I just
thank
looked it up,
you.
by the way. Matt Castle had a 1 start for the Bills back in 2015.
Oh,
That is a
crazy.
name I have
This was-
completely forgotten.
Post Chiefs.
I think post Chiefs, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Ouch. Thank you to Ashley for that segment. That was
Yeah,
great.
that was good.
Baby Hands. Baby Hands gets a win over the Ravens.
Baby hands might
Yeah.
be good.
Are we
He's-
thinking he's decent?
I mean, well, here's the
or
thing.
he's not
That-
good.
That Ravens team without Lamar Jackson is
mess.
bottom 5. Like
Yeah.
they are horrible.
They're
Horrible
not
at
good.
this game. No. Speaking of, before we go on to that, Lamar Jackson going to be out again this week. Is he just playing the smart game here? Because
Yes.
I'm for it if he is, because
He's not coming back.
right, get your money, man. Like he has no guaranteed money right now.
He's not
Like if he
coming
gets
back.
hurt, that's it. It's over.
He's not playing in the playoff game either.
I don't think he is
surprised.
either.
Wouldn't
I
be
don't think he is
surprised.
either. I wouldn't. I mean, get your
I
money when
wouldn't.
you can, man.
I wouldn't do it.
Yep, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't do it. You don't want to RG3 yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Like, there's so many
Who
cases
was-
where
a guy
guys
was
went back
hurt,
and got hurt,
and
and never got the
played and
contract.
blew out his knee and
Yep.
was done.
I think he is, and you can tell Harbaugh is pissed at this. Like he's like, yeah, I should rub some fucking dirt on and get back in here. And he's like, my leg still hurts.
My neck hurt.
Sorry.
My back
My
hurt.
back hurt.
I'm hurt still.
Honestly,
surpri-
I'm for it though.
I agree. Surprise best game of the week was the 49ers against the feisty Jared Stidhams.
Fighting Jared Stidham.
The fighting Stidhams.
I like how even as the game was exciting and they still lost, the Raiders
Yeah.
still couldn't pull it out.
It was overtime though. I mean, the best
Yeah.
defense in the NFL, and Stidham got it done.
He looked good.
eventually.
He did look good.
You know, for his first game, he looked poised. He made good decisions. He didn't fuck anything up.
Right.
No, he played pretty well.
It makes sense.
So-
Like if you're that far behind, see what this guy did. I bet you he
Sure.
was outperforming Carr in practice.
Yep.
Maybe.
Carr's
All
a guy
right.
who Carr could end up with the Jets.
Let's talk about Carr for a minute here
I
in
don't
our
think so.
segments.
No.
There is something unique about Jimmy Garoppolo that just screams Jets.
Yeah, you're right. It does. When you brought it up, I can only envision him now in green and white.
Derek Carr.
Where's he gonna go? Where's
all
Derek?
right,
Where's
I'm
a
gonna tell you.
Derek Carr team?
My initial gut said Houston.
Titans.
But that's I
No.
think that's just for the lulls.
Yeah.
They're gonna draft a real quarterback and he's gonna get fucking obliterated.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna go to Kansas City when Mahomes retires. All right, no, I'm gonna give this a real thought.
Okay.
Where
I got one.
does Derek Carr go? You go.
Indianapolis.
Oh, they're doing it again? No, they can't. I hope so.
I mean, you're
I
absolutely
really hope so.
correct.
I hope
Based
so.
on how they've done things, I
I
feel like
hope
it's
so.
a logical step.
Because that would be amazing, and they wouldn't pick a quarterback at 5, and then I got one more spot closer to getting a quarterback. But no, they're gonna fucking pick a quarterback in the draft. I would say
Derek Carr, huh?
somebody weird,
Yeah.
probably, right? Like, did you
LA.
see, like Arizona doing it, and like we'll bring you in Carr, and then we'll replace you with Kyler.
Yeah, but I
when
think
he's
Derek
back.
Carr is going to actually get a contract.
Oh, you know what though, Greg, L.A. because I don't think they're going to stick with Baker.
I don't think. Right. I don't
What
think they're
about
going to stick with
Stafford?
Baker.
Is he
Stafford's done. No, Stafford's.
And-
I mean, I think Stafford's ready to be done.
Carr played at Fresno State.
Right.
I'm just saying, like once again, going home. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see it too.
I mean, so many
Carolina.
teams need a. Please don't.
Skip the draft.
So many teams need a quarterback. He could be he could go
New
anywhere.
England.
He could like the Ravens. We just talked about the Ravens could need a quarterback.
Well, they definitely need a quarterback.
Lamar might
I'd
not
be
be
fine.
back.
If it was a short-term deal, we're talking 2 years.
Yeah,
be fine coming to the Titans.
Sure. They said somewhere
upgrade to what we have. We're not going to get a good draft pick. We have some talent.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, 2 years. Titans. I'm down for it. Paying whatever you want.
I think I read that Derek Carr has never had like a defense ranked over like 20th or so. It's something ridiculously like low, and he's never had a defense to help him out. So I mean, that kind of leads credence that he's probably a good quarterback, just on dysfunctional teams.
Maybe. All right. That brings us to our segments. The sad boy boat. It only takes 4 people to fill a sad boy boat. Usually, our usual suspects that are on the sad boy boat aren't here this week because the Patriots won and the Bucks won. I think our first nominee is Derek Carr, baby. I think he's going on the sad boy boat. I mean, because he's literally legit so sad he can't be with the team anymore and left the team.
He left the team, right?
He
Greg,
left
you want
the
to,
team.
or excuse me, Arturo Vasquez, you want to throw out
Yeah.
our recommendation for sad boy boat?
I mean, I took the picture.
Yeah.
It's Vrabel.
Yeah.
The guy's fucking toast.
Oh God, yeah.
I have the
so
moment.
depressed.
I have the moment.
The very moment he realized he was being fired.
Done for. There he is. Oh no. That's exactly the look.
I had to brush up the resume.
Yeah.
Josh.
But I think you're right. I honestly do. I think Vrabel, I think Belichick might retire.
Yeah.
Should retire. Vrabel wants that job.
He does want that job.
Qualified for that job to an extent. And I think they can get him.
Yep.
Please, I beg you.
I think they will. I think that is there's a low key thing. I think Belichick is done. This is like the way he's going about the last couple of weeks too. He just seems like he's putting a bow on it. He just seems like he's just like he's like talking to the reporters and like doing a little bit different the way he usually approaches things. I think he's just wrapping it up, and I think people close to him know, but not a lot of other people know. I think Vrabel's gonna move in. I really do.
Wow. All right. So Derek Carr, Mike
Derek
Vrabel,
Carr,
we have 2
McDaniel.
more spots.
Riverboat Ron.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Riverboat.
Sure. Yeah.
Poor Riverboat.
Yeah.
My
just his
God.
face after he is like, no, didn't know that.
I didn't know.
Mhm.
All right.
I had
Riverboat.
another good
belongs.
one, and I'm not going to be
Fourth.
able to remember it. It was
Fourth.
really obvious too.
Really?
Maybe it is Mike McDaniel.
Well,
He looked real sad on the sidelines. Like
Mike
he looked
McDaniel.
real sad. I'm gonna go with Mike McDaniel.
Oh, poor Mike.
That's all right.
Poor Mike.
Hopefully he doesn't get fired.
Oh my God. Come on.
I mean, as a Bills fan, I hope he does get fired. But
I hope he gets fired too.
right.
New vacancy.
Mm-hmm.
bring him in.
You can hang out on my couch.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Drive him to Tennessee every day.
Oh, you know what? He would love cash.
Yeah, he sure would.
Yeah.
My dog,
Yeah.
not just cash in
Yeah,
general.
not
I'm sure he
cash
loves
money,
that
right.
also.
Yeah, right. He likes both. Okay, does that complete our sad boy boat right there?
Yeah.
All right, broadcasting moments of the week. We talked about Ron Rivera a little bit.
Mhm.
Did we talk about the Commander's new weird ass pig mascot?
Oh yeah, and like all the controversy around it.
There's controversy.
They
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
anything right. The Commanders can't do anything right. Oh, this fucking pig. People don't like it. They hate it. I mean, the what was the
So
pig? The pig thing is a thing.
it's
With Washington, they
the
were
Hogs,
the
which
Hogs,
is that
the line.
offensive line in the 80s.
Yeah,
The 70s, I forgot what it was. And anyway, they were like, the big offensive line who just mowed you over, and like they were part of like the fandom of Washington. But the Commanders basically created a mascot without talking to them. but they own the copyright to the Hogs,
Mhm.
the Five Guys, and so they just created like this hog mascot without working through any copyright laws. Real funny.
It's real dumb looking too. So
It
there
is.
you go. That's not our only mascot broadcasting moment of the week. Did you see the Ravens and what they
Yeah.
did?
Oh, Poe,
He pulled the
yeah.
Kevin
was
Nash.
Yeah, right.
incredible because Poe was injured. The mascot was injured, came out in a wheelchair and did the Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Which, if you're not familiar, like us three wrestling nerds, it's when you come out in a wheelchair with your leg raised up in a cast and you have a blanket over it, and then you kick out of the wheelchair, revealing there's a fake leg. And you're fine. And then you go wrestle a match real shittily and then probably blow out your quad. But
Yeah, right.
this
I loved it though, because he had like
was
two friends with him, and
awesome.
they reacted perfectly.
was so great.
I love it.
Whoever came up with this, I love you so much.
They definitely weren't from Baltimore. I can promise you that.
The Kevin Nash.
There's not a clever person in that entire city.
What a weird thing to pick on. Like,
Oh, I hope they keep
in
doing WCW stuff. I think it'd be
2000 WCW gimmicks.
Easily, my favorite moment of any WWE pay-per-view was when Scott Steiner came out on the stretcher
great.
with the
Yeah.
gas mask on and like full body cast, and Buff Bagwell just translated for him. I mean, that was insane. What was that? Hog Wild?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I think it was.
wild.
Yeah, it was one of the Sturgis ones. I also thought
Yeah.
you really enjoyed. I don't think it was a pay per view, but where Hogan found his own head.
Yeah.
Oh, the
box.
Hogan head thing.
OSW did that this week.
Yeah,
On
did they?
Christmas they
Yes.
released that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is, I mean, we're
So
never going to
funny.
have our final episode, but
No,
if I
so
were
funny.
to pick a WCWTF moment, that was going to be it.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
So
man.
When he
good.
reacted as if it was his actual head.
What?
Oh my god.
What is this?
I can't believe he didn't pat his own head to make sure it was still there.
So good. So good. Thank you to the Ravens.
Yeah.
And then one more little one here for broadcasting moments of the week was Russell Wilson. Like you said, he ran in a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
He ran in a touchdown. And Scott Hansen on Red Zone yelled out, "Where the hell has this been all year?" I think all fantasy owners and Broncos fans want to know.
Yeah.
Where has this been for 16 weeks?
Oh my God, Hackett's never going to get another job
Oh,
anywhere.
No, he's not. No,
No.
he's not. All right. Moving on to Greg's bets, which you didn't make any bets. I presume.
Yeah.
Did
I
you make bets?
I made bets last week and this week.
All
I'll
right.
go over last week very
Go over
quick.
your bets,
However,
and then we'll go over our bets.
I
Yes,
know we're
yeah.
going late, but can I just talk about my fantasy football season for a second?
There you
Why
go,
not?
baby.
Yeah, why not?
I had quite possibly the most dominant fantasy football season of all time, which playoffs were this weekend. I mean, lots of fucking drama, and
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
terribly upset about it. But I had Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and Jamar Chase
Mhm.
in
Wow.
that game going against Joe Burrow. So
Okay.
like them just canceling this game added a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was winning going into the game by 10 points. I was winning by 10 points when they called the game. So like I feel okay. But if I needed those three players, it's gonna get tight.
Yeah.
But I went 16-1. My
Whew.
only loss was by 0.7 points.
What?
I outscored the rest of the league by I think 800 points.
Wow.
And my average was 20 points higher than the next closest person in second.
Oh my god.
I averaged 156. The next closest person averaged 138 points a week.
Wow.
I fucking crushed.
That's a boat race.
I broke it in half.
I gotta wonder here about this. Like, what would teams do if you were relying on Josh Allen? Like that game, like what happened to those
They just called it. I would have thrown a fit.
right, but I'm saying
I would
like
have thrown a fit.
right. I never
Yeah.
even thought about that
Because we're
till
playing
right
for
now.
a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
First place got $475. Second place
Yeah.
got 150.
But
so,
what
you
would
know,
have
that's
done?
I would have thrown a fit.
No, but I mean,
don't know.
like seriously though, like
You, as a
say-
commissioner, there's
right.
nothing you can do.
But, like
Right.
if you're going into the last week and you have Josh Allen and you are down by 5 points, right? Something he easily would have gotten,
Yeah.
or maybe even did get, but the game is canceled. And so none of those stats count, by the way. Like whatever happened,
right.
the
it all
touchdown,
defaulted to 0.
right? Everything went to 0. So like, How do you score that? Like, oh, man, I never
You
even thought about that
can't.
until right
You
now.
it's got to be a 0.
That's so
It
horrible.
sucked.
Yeah, I'm sure
But-
people lost their leads on that.
So I lucked out. I deserved it, but I lucked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I told you guys at the beginning of this that there was no way I was going to lose with this team, and it was right.
Yeah.
And I'm especially proud of myself because it's a dynasty league, and I have legit like I traded for Josh Allen 3 years ago, and I drafted Jamar Chase, and I drafted CD Lamb, and I so like
you put it together.
I put it together. It felt really, really good. Like I know what it's like to be a real GM for a second.
Oh,
All right, quickly. My last week's bets, I was 2.5 for 5 because I keep somehow put a 0.5 at the end of these fucking numbers.
I know, it's so annoying.
I picked Philly minus 6.5. I lost. I picked I didn't feel confident in 4 things, so I did do an over under.
Okay.
I took the under New York Jets Seattle at 42.5. I won that.
Okay.
I took Green Bay minus 3.5. I won that.
Yep.
I took Carolina plus 3. You're right. I shouldn't have.
Why'd you do that?
And then I took the Titans plus 14, which is exactly how much they lost by.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yes. So 2.5 out of 5. This week, I have Tennessee plus 6.5. I think they're going to lose this game, but I think it will be close. I have Buffalo minus 7. There is no way Buffalo isn't going to fucking win the shit out of this game. I have Dallas minus 7. Who's Dallas playing? I forget. I'm sorry.
Washington, I think. Or was it the Jets or Giants? It's somebody in the
it's
NFC.
Washington.
Okay.
I actually did pick Washington initially because I thought Dallas just doesn't give a fuck. But I think number 1 seed is up for grabs.
It is. Yeah, it's still conceivably
they
up
have
there.
to actually play this game.
And Sam Howell is playing for Washington.
I have Green Bay minus 4.5. Green Bay's fucking firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
There's no way they're losing this game. And then I have Arizona plus 14. I also maybe they're playing Philly. Who's Arizona playing? Again, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I did this a while ago and I forgot.
Hold on.
They
I'm currently looking at our shit.
Niners.
The Niners. I have Arizona plus 15 or plus 14 because I don't think the Niners have to try that hard.
I don't think they can get the number 1 seed.
I also don't think they can get the number 1 seed. So I think it's conceivable that they get up by like 14 points and then just rest everybody. Like Christian McCaffrey's having a little ankle trouble and like stuff like that. So like
the way the NFL is set up now is like seed 2 and 3, just they're interchangeable. It really doesn't matter that much. I know conceivably, yes, you could host another playoff game, but yeah, I think those are good. I like your Titans one. I told you, I think the Titans are going to win that game.
I know you do. They're not. They're terrible. And I hope they lose. But, again, I mentioned this last week. It's not just that, like, I know I'm a bad fan and whatever, like thick and thin.
Oh, you're not a bad fan.
If the Titans make the playoffs, I want the Titans to win, whatever. But the Titans are fucking boring to watch. The Jaguars are fun as fuck. I would love the Jaguars to get into the playoffs because I want to watch a Jaguars game. I will begrudgingly suffer through a Titans game.
Okay, that brings us to the shit bets that me and Mark made without last week. Starting with, we bet Broncos would cover 13.5. Got it.
All right.
Got
One
it.
down.
Thank you, Russell Wilson.
Yep.
1 down. We bet the Titans would cover 10.5. Not so much, my friend.
No.
Not so much, my friend.
All right. That's all right.
We said, no, this is too outrageous. No. This is too outrageous. So I said, yeah, let's fucking bet it. The Raiders covered a 6-point spread. We thought it was too outrageous, but no, Stidham, baby.
Woo! 2-1.
2-1. Unfortunately, the Rams. We bet the Rams. They did not cover at all. It was 6.5. They got their doors blown off by the Chargers. Sorry, Rams. And then finally, our last bet was the Texans, who also got demolished. 31-3. The spread was 4.5, though.
Yeah. I am proud of our 2 wins, though, Ryan.
So technically, I beat you.
Very proud. Very proud.
True.
Well, you specifically did bad bets, right?
We tried to make the dumb.
Right. And we're trying to make them your bets. So you'd be accountable for them.
Yeah, we were trying to add them to your to your standings, but
Oh, I can add them.
Honestly, we didn't do that bad though.
No, we did all right. You're not adding them.
Right.
We
I'm
made
only
that Raiders
I'm
bet.
only $5 up on your bets. So.
We staying with that Raiders for us. All right, Mark, it's time for your segment, the football foo bar.
Yep. Well, so we just talked about the going into the AFC playoffs and all the drama that's obviously surrounding that, and we just talked about the Titans and Jaguar game, and how that's a win and you're in. So it doesn't matter, whoever takes that game is going to win the AFC South. And how amazing I think it is that the Jaguars are even in this spot, because last year they had quite possibly the biggest fuck doodle in NFL history. First year coach in NFL history, and this side of Nathaniel Hackett, who, Greg, I don't know if I know you listened to the episode. Nathaniel Hackett, obviously first ever in-season induction into football FUBAR.
He was technically fired, though.
Yes. Let's talk about another in-season firing from last year. Let's talk about Urban Meyer. So, good old Urban could have honestly got into football FUBAR just on his college shit. Like, the guy was already an idiot well before he got to the NFL. Obviously well known, won 3 national championships, 2 with the Gators and 1 with the Buckeyes. So very talented collegiately. And then on January 14th, 2021, AEW enthusiast Shad Khan hired him to be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, right off the bat, the most obvious thing is Urban Meyer is excellent at screaming at 18-year-olds who want to get in the NFL, and horrible about talking to adults who are already in the NFL. I think that was obvious right from the start. He just couldn't control, when he realized he couldn't control kids and just dictate what to do, he just flopped. So let's run down the list of all the controversies. He only was the head coach for 10 months, by the way. Let's run down all the controversies.
This is just NFL controversy.
This is just NFL. We're not even talking college. Okay.
There was a lot.
Right when he got hired, he hired Chris Doyle as his strength and conditioning coach, who was under investigation at the time from the University of Iowa for bullying players and using racial slurs at them. He brought in Tim Tebow to play tight end, even though Tebow hadn't played in the NFL for about 5 years, and then promptly released him after the first preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
He ignored NFLPA practice rules and had several two-a-days in front of the media, saying later he wanted to toughen up his team. He was promptly fined $300,000 after his own players turned him in.
Amazing.
Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo alleged that Meyer kicked him in the leg during practice of the week before the Jaguars' first preseason game against the Cowboys. According to Lando, Meyer also shouted at him, "Hey, dipshit, make your fucking kicks." Lambo told Meyer never to kick him again. Meyer responded, "I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whenever the fuck I want."
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I hear these stories and it makes me think that I might be a bad boss.
Yeah.
Are you kicking your employees?
I can see you kick, oven strength.
So, pick that up.
Hey. I mean, if they're doing a shitty job, right? There's got to be repercussions.
Next, go in tomorrow, kick oven strength, and tell them to make those fucking kicks.
Urban Meyer and
just confuse him.
Make those kicks.
Sell those fucking carts.
Running back James Robinson, rumored to be one of the guys who turned Meyer in, by the way, during the offseason, was benched in November despite excellent play. Trevor Lawrence had to actively beg his coach in the sidelines to let Robinson return to the field to help them win a game. Famously, in October, a video surfaced of Meyer partying after a Jaguars loss to the Bengals and groping a woman, not his wife, at a bar he owns in the Columbus area. Meyer stayed behind to party while his team flew home after the loss.
Amazing.
I love that one. Wide receiver Marvin Jones got into an argument with Meyer during practice and stormed out of the building. He then came back to practice where Meyer and him got into an argument in the parking lot. Jones returned to the field only to have a third argument with Meyer before leaving the team entirely and not coming back.
Oh.
After a Week 14 loss to the Titans, Meyer reportedly called his assistant coaches losers and said that he was the only winner on the team and challenged assistants to defend their resumes. So on December 15th, the whole kicker story came out where he was kicking that one, dude during thing. And Shad Khan had enough and fired him on December 16th. So 10-month span for Mr. Urban Meyer. Jaguar fans took to dressing like clowns and hung out in the stands for the rest of the year, trying to prompt the team to do something well. But I mean, the good news is the Jaguars hired an adult and has gotten them to the cusp of the playoffs after really a horrible, horrible year. So Urban can now go and hang out at his bar and grope MILFs all he wants, probably with Zach Wilson. So,
Oh,
Urban Meyer, welcome the football foobar.
I feel
what
like.
about
Go ahead. Sorry.
his contract?
Yeah, right. I didn't even touch
His-
that. Yeah.
Nuts.
Yep.
He signed a 5-year, $50-something million contract, and they fired him
for 10 months.
They fired him after 10 months, which means that they owe him over $40 million of dead money.
Does that mean like between Gruden and Myers last year, there's just like what $150 million of just
We're not even talking
dead
about some of
money?
the other people.
Yeah,
And
right.
we talked about this. The NFL
Yeah.
owner, the
800
NFL
million.
was
Yeah.
like, "You've wasted all this money,
Hey.
owners. You're idiots."
Stop it.
We could be ending
Stop it.
poverty, but
Bad.
instead John Gruden gets to be a racist from
We
home.
could have
Right.
ended poverty. But John Gruden gets paid to sit at home.
Oh man. Honestly, I was
Oh.
thinking about this next episode that we do. It's going to be past Black Monday where everybody gets fired, so we're going to have a lot to talk about.
I love Black Monday. That's always
Yeah.
a good day.
Do you
Always
think
fun.
Kingsbury
Kingsbury gets
lot.
call it right now? Does Kingsbury get fired on
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so too.
He has
Kingsbury
to.
gets fired,
Apparently
Yeah.
Kyler Murray just doesn't like him.
which
Which
is
is
weird
fine.
because it's his only ally. So what's keeping him there?
I think I texted you guys this when I was watching the Bryce Young play in the bowl game, and somebody literally on air described him as an adult Kyler Murray, which is great. He's like 7 years younger.
Oh my god, an adult Kyler Murray. Ugh.
Brutal.
I love it.
Ouch. Kingsbury's out
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The Cardinals
Dennis-
are too
Den-
fucking talented to be losing this many games.
absolutely
So,
right.
There's possibilities that like Belichick leaves and
Yep.
and Vrabel leaves and
hmm
Dennis Allen leaves and
I could see Dennis Allen
Steve
getting fired.
Wilkes, maybe. Still, Ron Rivera.
Yep.
Great chance that he.
There's
gets
a
fired.
good chunk of them that'll be gone. I think on Monday. So
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel.
I hope not. I mean, I do because as a fan, as a Bills fan, I hope he leaves. But
You think if Tom Brady leaves, Todd Bowles gets fired?
yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Todd should be fired.
I think he only has a job because he doesn't have can't stand up to Tom.
right. He's just a placeholder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who else?
Mike
Anybody else?
McCarthy. I think there's a good chance
Yep.
Mike McCarthy could be fired if he gets
think
blown
so.
out in a playoff game. I think they
Yeah.
would fire him.
Yep.
I
I mean, you got to remember, there's also 3 openings already. I mean, it's not
Right.
like
Right.
Panthers
Saturday.
Colts.
I don't think Saturday is keeping the job.
Definitely not.
Oh God, no. Hell
no
no.
fucking chance.
Nope.
I don't know if even Saturday would want to keep the job.
Yeah.
at this
He
point,
says
right?
he does still, but that might
He
just be
says
one
he
of those
does, but
things
that's
where-
all bullshit.
Life
right?
coach isn't going to hold on to the Broncos job.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! All right,
Life coach.
game balls. You want to give out a game ball?
That fucking kicker
Yeah.
saved the entire
The
season.
punter, the
Yeah.
punter, Bucks punter.
Yeah.
Got any for me, Mark?
I'm
Any
going
game
to go
balls?
serious with it, but the guy who did CPR and Damar Hamlin.
Oh, you took mine. All right.
All right.
That was nice.
Fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. They
Kenny
get the lifesaver.
Kellington.
Yeah.
So
So we
you took both of mine. Punter. I put punter or
there
Bill's,
we go.
Bill's
Perfect.
trainer.
Well, then we know we have the right answers.
Yeah.
Fuck. Let me give a game ball to Josh Norman. There
there you
for
go.
coming. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Didn't it bring back memories of
It
2015 for you?
did.
So there you go.
Great. You know, it was a nice
A
it
simpler
felt
time.
Good. It felt good. Felt like a good time. All right. All right, we're out of here. Next time we're gonna be talking about week 18, Black
Yeah.
Monday, and playoffs.
And
Playoffs.
weird.
Playoffs.
By that point, a lot of this will be figured out, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a little bit anticlimactic this last week of like most people are kind of in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
couple
but
people
there's a couple. I mean, the
Yeah.
Packers are interesting.
Right.
Jacksonville making
Jags.
the playoffs. could be
Patriots,
interesting.
I think, are,
Patriots could get in.
they can get in. I think that's interesting. So I think the most interesting thing is if the Titans beat the Jaguars like they're going to, because I said it, the Jaguars can still get in at the 7th seed. But
If the
like
Patriots lose,
it's like there's like a weird thing, like Patriots have to lose and Dolphins have to lose, and then the Jaguars are in.
very possible that could
So,
happen.
Yeah. It'll be
It's
fun.
gonna be fun. We're
Yep.
excited. All right. You can go listen to our other show if you miss Christmas. If you miss the season, you can go back and listen to our Christmas episode of the TJF podcast,
That's right.
which is fantastic. People are finding it out there, so go check that out. We're getting ready to do a very interesting episode of that show.
Oh,
We are fired up about it. About
What a-
sitcom
What a
episodes.
specific episode.
People get stuck somewhere. We've already got what, one picked out or two? I can't remember.
I think it's
now.
two.
One. I actually have a bunch of or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we confirmed that stupid Stephanie gets her head stuck in the railing yet?
Oh right. But is that the whole episode?
Stupid
I don't know.
Stephanie.
It's research that I hate. That's the kind of research I
Yeah.
hate about that show. I love doing that show, but it's like, which episode did stupid fucking Stephanie do something? And I got to go through all these listings and watch like clips and like figure out which one it is. I hate that.
And if you're looking for stuff for a future episode, during that bowl game, I texted both Ryan and Greg about a step-by-step episode that I saw.
Marathon.
Right, that it was a marathon, including one where JT gets somebody thinks that JT's gonna die and Karen's gonna kill him. We gotta watch that one. That one's great.
Yes.
I already found it for you, Ryan.
Excellent.
Okay.
It's called Misadventures in Babysitting.
Oh God.
And the
Okay.
kid does get his head stuck in a railing. It's not idiot Stephanie, unfortunately.
What is it? Baby in boxes?
No, it's some fucking rando kid.
Oh, okay.
Some like problem child kid.
Yeah.
It might even be problem
It might.
child.
Yeah, I think he was
Oh.
on that show. Yeah. Right.
Have we seen that one yet?
I don't
No,
think so.
you're not
Alright.
squirming away out of this. You're
wanna see-
stuck between the railings of watching this
Oh,
episode.
I want to see
God.
baby in boxes with both of their heads getting stuck in separate railings.
Yeah.
Baby in railings.
Baby in boxes. Oh god.
Baby in boxes and railings. They're in
Me.
boxes, head in the railing.
They're still in the boxes though. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
they're
All
still
right.
in the
good.
boxes.
If
Exactly.
you like this, you can go listen to TJF podcast. There's over 27 episodes of that show
Yeah.
now.
all
And they're
really good.
all that solid gold. They're all pretty good. So check it out. We'll see it in week 18, which is weird to say.
Yeah.
We'll see we're gonna know what's happening. We're gonna know where everybody's gonna be playing. We can make our new playoff predictions, I guess.
Yep.
All right.
Talk
Let's
about
go.
those coaches being fired. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week next week. All right. Peace out.
Goodbye.
Bye.